Now, he has a dog, but he's not bringing the dog to stage. It's Iwan Ung. Oh, he is bringing the dog. Yeah.
Hello, you guys. Yeah, I was watching a show about pigeons, and I learned that not only can you eat pigeons, but you kind of are supposed to, you know? Yeah, like back before chickens were everywhere, everyone ate pigeons and stuff. Yeah, now they're all just kind of sitting around just staring at us, like, how come these guys aren't eating us? Like, I don't know, let's go crap on their car. Yeah, you know, California is now #1 in road rage in the whole nation. Finally, all my hard work is paying off. These two dudes are camping, right? One of them goes to take a piss in the bushes, and this poisonous snake jumps out and bites him on the dick, right? So he goes running to his buddy. He's like, "Oh man, you know, this poisonous snake he bit my dick, right? So I'm gonna fucking die, you know. Call 911, you know." So his buddy calls 911, and he tells him, he's like, "All right, don't worry, you know. What you gotta do is you gotta suck the poison out, right?" He's like, really?" He's like, "Well, what if I don't do that?" He's like, "Well, then your friend's gonna die." And just then his friend grabbed his shoulders, like, "What is he saying? What is he saying?" "Sorry, man, you're gonna die." Yeah, you know, I heard the story of Adam and Eve and the apple is actually like an allegory for oral sex. Yeah, you know, Eve is tempted by the snake to put the apple in her mouth. There's something there, right? I know for me, whenever I get a blowjob, I become all religious all of a sudden. I'm like, thank God, and praise the Lord, and I see the light, and I'm coming. Yeah, you know, the post office motto is as old as it is iconic. It's like, whether rain, sleet, snow, or shine, if you try to mail cash, we'll steal it. Yeah, this past Olympics weekend, the French women's gymnastics team, they failed to move ahead, you know, even though they were favored to like win the whole thing, or at least tie, you know, because Simone Biles and stuff. But they didn't do anything, you know, it's all over for them. And it's kind of sad, you know. All they have left now is their youth, their beauty, and their tight asses. Yeah, you know, I heard ducks have like corkscrew penises, you know, and then their vaginas are actually corkscrew too, but in the opposite direction. That's gotta feel weird as hell, right? I wonder why they're like quack. And a lot of things were invented in China, right? Like paper, gunpowder, porcelain. One thing not invented in China though, driving. Have you ever been to a Korean barbecue restaurant? Yeah. It's kind of unique in that you pay to cook your own meat, right? And if you pay a little extra, you can wash your own dishes and take out the trash. Yeah, I was at Mount Baldy this past weekend. Yeah, I learned it wasn't always called Mount Baldy though. Yeah, back when the mountain was a little more younger and more hopeful, it was known as Mount Rogaine. And one of my buddies told me that, he said, scratching your head is what makes you go bald, you know? But I don't think so, because my balls are still hairy as hell. Yeah, one of my buddies, white dude, he's like super duper white. He's like, I think he's like part albino and shit. Yeah, he's like so white when he comes to my house, all my plants start growing in his direction. And you know, whenever I have sex, like, I rarely last as long as I'd like to, you know? I'm like, come on, penis, hang in there. It's always like, screw this. Blah. Yeah, I used to go to water parks every summer, but one summer I had a fairly traumatic experience happen, so I stopped going. Yeah, when I was 16, I was at Raging Waters, and I was waiting on these stairs to go on the slide. And I look up, and the girl next to me, she's about the same age as me, but her boobs are like right in my face, you know? And it's kind of cold and windy, right? So her nipples are like popping out. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I turn. But now this girl here, her face is like right in my crotch, you know? Now I already got like a partial woody going on, right? Because the nipple girl over here. But now face crotch girl here, right? She like yawns, you know? So I'm like, oh my God, you know? And it's full boner now and shit. Like I almost poked her in the eye and shit. I was like, holy crap, I gotta get out of here. So I just run up the stairs past everyone, you know? And apparently this happens all the time at Raging Waters. Because the lifeguard was like, come on, just go. So I got on that slide, I got the hell out of there. I was like, man, they really need to rename this place. Man, it's called Raging Boners. Now, what do you call a guy that can make a business real fast? Taylor Swift. You know, comedians will always tell you two things, right? They always tell you when they just get booked on a show, and they always tell you when they just had sex. That's a bit juvenile, right? Like myself, I've been booked on a show in a couple But I did get laid last week, so whoa. All right, my name's Iwan. I'm out here. Thank you.
What's up with you guys? Is it because there's no music? Is that why? Look, the mic is working, and there's air conditioning.